Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about the Talaria XXX.
The normal conversion I know is 50 miles an hour is about 100 kilometers. That's a big number where everybody advertises to acceleration speed on the top bottom, huh? Alright, let's go step on the gas.
Hello YouTube, Cosmo here. Today we're reviewing the quite popular Talaria XXX e-bike. First, I have a confession to make. I am not really experiencing riding any kind of bikes. I may, rent a Lime scooter here and there, or, fooling around in a parking lot with a Walmart mini bike. But this is my first quote-unquote big boy bike. And to be honest, just from a newbie perspective, it has blown me away. First, let's talk about looks, which is probably the most important aspect of a toy, which is what this bike is, let's be honest. I especially like how streamlined the transition between the frame itself to the seat is. It looks like the frame and the seat is supposed to be one piece, even though the seat was sewn on the frame. And also really like the display they have. The display is very clear and gives you vital information, but I do think it could be a little bit bigger, and they could center it on the center of the handlebar. It would be easier to read the display that way, but I think it's ergonomic enough that you wouldn't notice. And to my surprise, I quite like how the bike sounded as well. From my experience with electric cars, I really did not expect much in the sound department, but the bike motor actually whines and whirls as you're throttling up, and adds a lot to the exhilaration as you are speeding down the street. Now that the superficials out of the way, here comes the hard question. How do you even get one? It's sold out all the time. So far as I know, the only way to really know when you can get one is to sign up for Lunacycle, their own newsletter. I got lucky and I refreshed Lunacycle website and I saw their July 4th restock. So I placed my order on July 4th. I got shipping confirmation on July 12th and the bike arrived on July 17th, I want to say. So it took in total about 21 days from placing the order to the bike arriving. It is quite a long time, especially for a piece that's worth over $3,000. Also, the bike is shipped via FedEx Freight. So here's a little tip here. So make sure you tell your FedEx representative that you're delivering it to a residential area. You want a smaller truck and you want a lift gate. Once you get your bike, now it's time to assemble. Now there are a few dozen videos on YouTube showcasing how to assemble the bike, so I'm not going to bore you with another tutorial, but what I can do is give you some tips to avoid mistakes that I made and speed up your assembling process. Tip number 1, not really a tip to be honest, please follow the instructions carefully. When I was assembling it, I forgot to put on the front wheel spacer, and I had to take the front wheel off after I complete everything. It was a pain in the ass. And second, the bike does come with its own tools, but they forgot to give you the excessively large hex key for the front wheel axle. So what I did is I put two smaller hex keys together that can hold onto the front wheel hex nut, and then they do give you the correctly sized hex key for the other side of the front axle. So just improvise a little bit if you are not paying for like a full tool chest for the next 5 years. And lastly, do have some grease and lubricants available at assembly. The bike did not come very lubricated, so you're gonna have some squeaks, you're gonna have some rubbing right after you assemble. So just put some lube on the chain, put some lube on the disc, some grease, you know, it's gonna do wonders for a smooth ride. And now we talk about performance. The bike is pretty quick. The 6500 watts motor does accelerate you to top speed in under 6 seconds, I would say. It is essentially a 150cc dirt bike if you do remove the governor. I'm not endorsing that, but I'm just saying, you know, if you want to have fun with the bike, there is a way. It does have a top speed of 90 kilometers per hour, which is about 56 miles per hour. So you can, you know, take almost all the roads in the city. Do not go on highway, obviously. And I suspect it's gonna perform very well off-road too. I haven't done that yet, but hopefully in the future I will be able to demonstrate its ability off-road. The bike also doesn't claim its range, but from what I've seen, I do use about 15% of juice on about 5-mile range. So I'm guessing if you ride like me, you know, on sports mode, accelerate hard, brake hard, level 3 region, you're gonna have about 30 miles of range. But you know, I'm thinking maybe if you want to preserve battery, on eco mode, level 4 region, don't ride it too hard, you're probably gonna have 40 miles. So you know, don't push it too much, but you're gonna be able to do some groceries in this thing. Now on the other side, I'm gonna start nitpicking. I know it's a toy, but it's not the most comfortable toy to play with. If you are, say, over 200 pounds and over 6 feet tall, you're gonna have a little bit of difficulty adjusting to the size of the bike. It's not the biggest bike in the world. The seat is narrow and the cushion is thin, so you're gonna be sitting on a hard seat on your nether regions, and I don't recommend doing that for long periods of time. The Talaria X3 is an excellent little toy. If you got the money, you got the spare time, you're gonna have a great time. But it is not what you're looking for if you're looking for a commuter e-bike to ride comfortably for a long period of time, or even just save some gas. You're gonna need something more substantial than this. But anyway, thanks for tuning in to my first YouTube video. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. You know the dirt bike I told you about? Yeah, it's like 150 pounds. I was worried someone was just gonna steal it, but now that I think about it, it's kind of hard, right? You can't just chuck it. I mean, I guess if you go to the gym regularly, you can just chuck it in your truck bed. Oh my god. Okay, now that I think about it, I might need to invest in a big ass lock. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say 85 is probably the top speed. You know, I think you may be able to squeeze another 2 to 3 miles an hour. Oh, that was a wheelie. I don't really think that's worth it. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's just scary. It's not a very big bike. It's actually scary how fast it goes. Well, not that I've been on many bikes. You know, let's be honest. I've never been on a race bike or super bike. Oh. Okay, I guess that's it. What a beauty, man. Let's go home.